So I did have a way I came up with to do recaps in this campaign. And that what that way is we just see the camera panning over the clouds, and then what the audience and also you hears is, this is DJ Clam Slam bringing you the news you need and the info you crave. Recent headlines: Hot Dog Davidson, owner of the high stake sausage cart, has been seeing amazing business lately from his innovative new business, a hot dog cart with a roulette wheel, where you can gamble to try and win a bunch of hot dogs. Davidson's been bringing in the big bucks from unlucky gamblers down by the docks. Speaking of the docks, Deceptor Lugner, captain of the True Bay Tufalin, is offering a 20 gold is offering 20 gold for anyone who can bring him in for is offering 20 gold for anyone who can bring him his lost cat, which went missing from his Zeppelin while it was moored at the Northwest Docks. Scepter described the cat as being black with green eyes, very large, very angry, missing all of its fur, and fond of eating glass. Call on to the station if you've seen this lost kitty. In more somber news, the merchant ship The Shop Around the Corner was attacked by a pair of outcasts last night. The only survivor of the attack, Captain Nikolai Vardos, was rescued by the crew of the Luna Eclipse. Hopefully they won't run into any more trouble. And as we hear that recap radio broadcast news, the camera just lands on our boat. And I don't know if that is a thing that is canonically happening in universe, the radio being like that and knowing all the details of what happened to you people. But for our purposes, that's how we're recapping.
Just One
How's
Piece
everyone doing?
bird news style. Just has all the news for some reason.
Yeah. He's omniscient. His name is Clam Slam. He's a DJ and he's omniscient. He's the most interesting character in this campaign.
I really want him to be like my head canon. I don't know why. I think it's the name. My head canon is that he is an autonome, but he looks like Claptrap.
So he needs to
Ma-
die.
No,
What kind of
Claptrap's
clams he
awesome. What do you
slamming?
mean?
Don't kill DJ Clam Slam. DJ Clam Slam is your friend.
So he needs to die.
He knows all of
What's
your
wrong?
secrets,
What
Zane.
is wrong with Claptrap? Claptrap is awesome.
Omnipotence.
He's not omniscient, just he's not omnipotent, he's omniscient. He knows everything. He just can't do shit because he's, a radio guy.
And he can cast spells from his hand for free.
He can't do that either. But anyway, we open where our last session ended. Atlas Reverie and Jasper Emmerich lead an injured Nikolai into the ship so he can recover from his wounds. And as they do, Nikolai, you glance over your shoulder and you get this perfect view of your ship exploding. And the destroyed pieces of the shop fall and disappear below the clouds. And now I'm going to leave things open to you guys for a while. Last time, Callie found a weird cat lizard thing in the cargo hold and decided to adopt it. And then, before any of you could process that, you had to save this old merchant dude from some pirates. And it'll be a few days before you reach the Maelstrom, this big wind dungeon thing that's full of danger that you've been paid to go to. And I leave it up to you to roleplay the party meeting the new recruits.
And just as a quick reminder, Arch is the only person besides Callie that knows the cat was on the ship.
Well, to be fair, I feel like because you saw the cat fighting a dragon, I feel like the other people do know the cat is aboard the ship.
Well, no,
now,
like
I mean
it was always
before
aboard
then.
the ship, yeah.
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 Everyone
Yeah, you
else
two
was
are the
jump
only
scared by the
two.
kitty.
Yep.
I think immediately after the battle ends, MMX is just gonna kind of look around very cautiously at everyone. And if he doesn't see anyone immediately move to attack him, he's gonna end his rage and go back to just looking kind of normal. And then he's gonna let out a big yawn. And probably lay down and start taking a cat nap on the floor.
Are just gonna look at the doctor.
Atlas is
Bring him-
actively trying to stabilize Nikolai.
Quickly bring him inside. Take him to your to the med bay, and uh, everyone get ready to leave here. If there's destruction, there might be more bugs coming towards this area. Back to your stations. We need to get moving.
Jasper, help me carry him to the med bay.
Got it. And I'll just pick him up into my arms and lead him to the way. Wherever our med bay is.
Yeah, what
Yeah, I
room
don't
is the
know.
med bay on the map?
Yeah, we don't have a specific med bay. We have 3
We'll just use
bedrooms.
Alice's second bed.
Yeah, we'll
Alice's
just.
second bed.
Okay,
I mean, well,
Okay, so I
assuming
think-
these are bunk beds, we have a lot more beds than we do people, so we can just say like this is the med bay or something.
Yeah, but that's the double bed. That's for whoever gets the good bed.
Yeah, that's Callie's bed because Callie's the captain.
No, my
Callie's
bed's
the-
over here because it's the captain's quarters.
Yeah, Callie
does-
gets. Callie's on the main deck. You guys are all
Okay.
underneath.
Callie has a private bathroom. That's bullshit.
What do you mean I have a private bathroom?
You have the bathroom.
No,
Where?
that's a.
Oh,
Callie's
well,
Well,
it's not
my-
private, but
My room is literally the office.
You just sleep at your desk? That's very sad.
I have I'm a small sized creature. I just have a little like otter bed underneath the desk. I just crawl under.
I'm just noticing. If this is Myrna's room, this is the jam floor.
oh,
Let's go.
Yeah, this is the steering wheel area. This is her office. This Callie's room. This is my office. This is the very top where we have our crow's nest, pretty much. Atlas claimed this middle section as the med bay and the doctor's room and his room.
Oh no, but if you
You
let
stay away from
Nikolai-
my observation area.
if you let Nikolai like stay on the base floor, then it becomes Kajam. That's terrible.
No, that's where all of my weed is.
Yes, you keep your weed in the
MMX will be eating your weed.
MMX will eat the weed.
Callie?
MMX
Which-
overdoses
I
on
don't- I
weed and
don't-
goes overboard.
I don't know how how it affects chameleons, but weed is very poisonous for cats.
Don't give the cat weed.
No. I learned this when my dog ate an edible.
Nikki comments in the Discord that MMX ate glass, so we'll be fine. Yeah, but like glass
Your
isn't
dog ate an
weed.
edible and it taught you about cats?
Well, no, I looked it up afterwards because I also have cats and it is also poisonous for cats. Yeah.
Myrna should probably get an animal proof box, but it's classic cat behavior to find the tallest area to nap and then immediately begin napping there. So, unfortunately, MMX will be fond of napping on the observation deck.
Callie,
Yes.
what is that? Where did that come from?
What do you mean?
That creature next to your feet?
Well, I found it in the cargo bay, and that's about as much as I know. I did not know it could do that. I mean, it
So
could be
it's
very
stray.
useful, though.
It's a stowaway. It's dangerous. You have no clue what it is, who it is, or what it is. And your first suggestion is to potentially keep it?
Well, I mean, yes. I don't know what it is, but it's proven itself useful already. How about this? I will see if there's a collar or some sort of owner's something. Maybe it's a runaway, and I want to inspect MMX further.
Yes, give me an investigation roll.
Can it be perception?
If it's very apparent, sure.
I mean, I'm more or less looking for the thing that says MMX. But that's
Find
a
the
dirty
find
20.
the cutie mark that says MMX.
Cool.
Technically, you probably find the cutie mark that
MMX
says
4268. Thank you very much.
Yeah, full mark.
it well, I found something, but it's more like a serial code than it is a name. It
Oh,
says,
good. So we can return it.
well, it doesn't exactly say who it belongs to, and if you want to run a check to see if this matches any serial numbers that you recognize, then be my guest. But
No, I don't have any recollection of any sort of any business we've done with those set of numbers or similar.
well, I'm keeping it. Listen, I know you might not be super fond of it, but I mean, look at it. It's adorable.
You
As
saw
you
what
say that, MMX like in his sleep produces a big snot bubble that pops.
you saw what it could do, and you want to keep it next to you despite the potential danger to yourself.
Listen, I specialize in taming wild beasts. That's kind of a big part of my whole thing. I believe that I can handle it.
Just because friend shape does not mean friend.
That is true, but
As he
it's
is obviously a very friendly, like full on otter.
yeah, yeah. Listen. I I see your point, but I mean, look at it. It's very clearly, and Callie will kind of point out like the fact that very clearly MMX is very clearly malnourished. Whoever had this before was not taking proper care of it, and all animals deserve to be taken care of properly if they don't have the means to survive on their own.
Fine. Just until we find its proper owner, you'll take care of it in any
Yes.
all of its
I
care is coming out of your pockets.
that is fine with me. Um, and yes, we will investigate to see if there is a proper owner. Um,
Get it a collar and leash or something. Don't let it walk around.
yes, I will. Um, and with that, Kelly is going to try and crouch down and very carefully pet MMX.
I think MMX will like yawn, like look at Callie, and then go back to sleep.
Yay! Oh wait, I guess this is a good question. Would Callie's metal hand, like the feeling of metal, freak MMX out?
Um, unless it was like sharp metal, no.
Okay, no.
I'd say he's actually probably used to metal the most because of how he spent most of his life in like metal cages.
Aw.
So he's probably just like doesn't mind the sensation of metal.
Okay, cool. Cause
Just
yeah,
don't stick a needle in him; he will lash
no,
out.
no. I promise I will
Don't give
not.
him his vaccines.
I, I will not like accidentally activate my hidden blade. I promise.
Yeah, you will not be able to give MMX a rabies shot. I fear it will.
Okay.
He will decimate the whole animal clinic if you try to take him to get like a checkup or something.
Mm-hmm. Listen, once he recovers a bit more, I think I might cast Speak with Animal and see what he himself knows.
Is it a boy? Is it a boy or girl? Did you check it?
I did. It's a boy.
What did you check? What did you check?
What do you mean?
Nice.
I mean, okay, first of all, lying down.
I
And
mean,
I
to be fair,
imagine
to be fair-
MMX is not fixed.
Yeah. Also, like, big hairless cat, basically. Like, I mean, there's lizard DNA, but also hairless cat DNA. So you know,
I mean, part chameleon could have a cloaca.
I don't.
Okay, important question, Nikki.
Uh-oh.
Does MMX have a cloaca or big fat nuts?
he has big fat nuts and they
Okay.
jiggle when he walks.
Okay.
Straight up Tanuki.
Yeah. I mean, how big are like panther
Big,
nuts?
very
Tiny.
big.
No, panther
They're
ones are
nuts.
tiny.
Oh.
A lot of the big cats have pretty small.
Okay, Google, which big cat has the biggest yards?
Hmm.
So this is a thing that I had to look up.
You don't have to look up anything. This is your sanity.
I can't wait
Hey,
to hit
Siri.
you guys with
Hey,
this at some
Casey, you make the rules so
What are
you
the
can
biggest
set
animal bulls?
you can set the size for the campaign.
Like,
That's what the DM's for, right?
I mean, I googled.
I roll a
it. It is
D8
larger.
for diameter.
So anyway, we cut to the med bay where like Nikolai's recovering.
That was I believe I casted Cure Wounds for a total of 17 hit points on Nikolai as of last session.
So Nikolai should be not dying.
Yeah, I'll wake up in the med area and I'll gather my just kind of surroundings and I'll
You
look
want to
to
say it's been like
Atlas.
a long rest time, like 30 minutes have passed? So everyone could
Yeah.
like be shifted like where they should be after whatever conversation happened.
Yeah, you can move you how you want. Oh, you're going to your office. How
I'm
surprising.
going to my office after. I'm letting Callie do their thing. I'll check up on the crew later. Doctor needs a doctor.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and like, if MMX lets me, I'm going to try and pick up MMX and put them in like the little bed they made themselves on my bookshelf.
He probably will like thrash about in classic cat manner.
Okay.
But I mean, he'll wake up and just kind of look at you like, "What do you want?" And if you point at the door, he'll be like, "Okay."
Okay, yeah, then that's what I'll do. I'll just like try and bring MMX inside.
You have to go. Pss, pss,
Yeah, okay.
pss.
In the meantime, Jasper will talk with Atlas.
I wasn't up there for that whole ordeal. What's that thing on our deck?
I honestly have no idea, and I've decided that's the captain's problem and not mine.
Okay, that's a bit complicated. I was hoping it'd just be as simple as you doing that freak shit with your jaw and then we could shove it in.
I'm not going to eat the cat thing. For one thing, I appreciate your concern for my dietary interests, but I'm not going to just eat any random creature that comes aboard our ship.
Fair enough.
I do have standards, and whatever that is, as long as it's not actively causing harm to our crew members and making my job harder, as far as I'm concerned, it can stay. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like things coming aboard randomly, but it's the captain's call in the end.
Well, I definitely feel you on new guests coming aboard on with no question.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Maybe we can find a home for it when we get back from our maelstrom and whatever else.
Hopefully.
I'm gonna go run repairs on the ship.
Alright, so I'll leave you to it. Atlas is going to check on Nikolai and it's just like, are you with us or are you still unconscious?
I'm here and I'm awake, and judging from what little I've seen, I think I owe my being alive to you. So thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. I'm assuming there's nothing left of my ship or crew.
No, unfortunately.
That's what I gathered. I'm
Yeah.
gonna stand up and I'm just gonna, gather my bearing, and I'm gonna be like, so where have I found myself?
Um, well, on our ship, we are the
Luna
shit, I
eclipse.
forgot what we named our ship.
Yeah,
Luna.
Luna.
Not lunar
Yeah.
eclipse, which is a word. Luna eclipse.
Well, it was originally
Okay.
lunar eclipse, and then Zane suggested Luna eclipse. I was like, yeah, I like
Because
that.
we
Yes,
were
it's
talking
same.
about the moth, the Luna moth.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh.
Okay. I was just like, is it Lunar or Luna? And I was like,
It's
I'm just
it's
going to say
Luna. It's just Casey keeps forgetting.
No, it's Luna. I say it right.
you're aboard the Luna eclipse. So
Well, I am deeply honored to be on your vessel. I really appreciate it. I was a merchant vessel, the shop, a little shop around the corner, and regardless of what happens, I appreciate being alive. And just so I best understand where I am, I know I'm on board the lunar eclipse, but not the Pride. Can I ask what kind of ship this is? What do you do?
yeah, that's an excellent question. I'm probably the wrong person to ask about that. We kind of do like cargo deliveries. Sometimes we go out and fight things, I guess. I'll be honest with you, I only joined the crew about a week or two ago.
Sounds like we're in a little bit of the same boat. Not quite, but a little bit. So I appreciate it. I'm gonna gain my bearings, and if it's okay, do I have permission to walk freely?
I mean, you're not a prisoner here, you're a guest, so feel free to explore. Just take it easy though. If you start feeling woozy or anything, let someone know and I will come and aid you as best I can.
I guess almost also died twice.
Yeah, I'll be sure to do that, lad. And I'm gonna just kind of walk on out and just, get a feeling for everything. And yeah,
Okay, so what's Nikolai gonna walk around check out?
honestly, right now, I want to kind of get a sense for size of the ship, crew, and cargo. So I'm just getting like a vibe check, kind of, you know.
You can get a vibe check. Honestly, this is a pretty solidly big ship. Very long, though. Long and.
Hmm. And as soon as I get the vibe shift, I'm gonna walk onto deck and get some fresh air. Probably go to the very front, lean against the railing, and just. I think Nikolai's gonna be, in its midst of recovering, is probably just gonna be quiet. They're not gonna be yapping right now to anybody. They're just gonna take it in the air, and they're gonna be thinking on everything that happened.
What is Nikolai thinking of, like, the next steps in his life at this
Nikolai has no fucking clue. His livelihood and purpose is now down the drain, and the only. Okay, Casey, question. Does insurance exist in your universe?
In theory.
Okay, well, I would, if it does exist, then I would definitely have some sort of insurance on my ship, and I would say it would be.
Did I, as a DM, set up insurance fraud for you?
No, it's not fraud. It's like this happened. I didn't cause this to happen. This is just insurance without fraud.
Okay, so you've got a big insurance pay. We can. Fortunately, you're a few days sailing away from anyone who can pay you insurance money, so that's an issue for future, Casey.
So that'll be two things then. It'll be insurance claim, looking into that. The second thing is going to be I have a responsibility to any dead crewmates, etc. So I have to just kind of reach out to any loved ones that I'm aware of or any direct connections there. So I'm going to be thinking about that as well. Just be like, hey, this happened. Sorry, etc. Like, obviously nicer than that, but like, he's kind of just gearing up and thinking about that and not having a fun time thinking about that, but it's being thought about.
Gotcha. I don't think you'll be able to do either of those things at the moment, but
No. These are just thoughts.
yeah. Next time you're in Disco City, we can handle you getting insurance payout.
Yes.
Would one of you guys go and tell Callie the sleeping guy, the almost dead guy we rescued, is awake?
Yeah. Honestly, based on the fact that Callie's at the pilot's chair, Callie can probably see him at this point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
true.
it's like one of those things. I guess Callie would know this. I don't know this. Could I step away from the helm in the ship?
I'm going to say I'll allow it. Maybe not in like tense combat where you're like flying in and out of stuff, but when the ship's just kind of going in a straight line. Because Callie needs to sleep eventually.
Autopilot.
Yeah. Okay, then seeing Atlas climb out, Callie will get up and walk up and go, "Good, you're awake. I am Caliara Bardo. I am the captain of this ship." Okay, so Nikki, to answer that question, I haven't been back there yet.
And Nikki's question is, does Callie acknowledge the MMX-shaped hole in her door? And not yet, but soon, probably.
Yeah.
Hey, you can have Jasper fix it. That's his job.
Yeah, so I am Caliara Bardo, captain of this vessel. And you are?
Josh?
Oh my god, I thought you were talking. Okay. I'm gonna turn back from the railing there. I'm gonna bow, not super low, but I'm gonna bow out of respect, tilt my head and hat, and I'm just gonna say, "My name is Nikolai Vargas, and I used to have a merchant ship, and I no longer do. And I suppose I'm in your care now, and I greatly appreciate you coming to my rescue."
Of
And
course. It is, well, it's just something that, from one captain to another, is expected. Now, w- my question is, what exactly, what exactly were you doing out there? And
we
I,
are. Oh yeah, continue.
oh, I also wanted to ask, is there any reason in particular they attacked you?
We were a normal merchant ship, so this would be a typical run. We make rounds just throughout this area, meeting with ships, any outposts, as well as going back to Disco City. And we make trades, but we sell and we resupply. So this has been a very typical journey for us until, well, until dragons came down from the skies. And what happened to my ship happened to it. And I cannot say why it happened. This is not. This group of people, these dragons, are not people my ship has had contact with before. Like, I've heard of them, obviously, but we don't. My ship doesn't have a relationship with them. A little shop around the corner. Rest in peace.
Indeed.
Shouldn't have been something they were aware of or something they were particularly concerned with.
Can you give me a deception check, Akash?
Yes.
Should that be against my insight?
If you want to
I
roll
don't know.
insight,
I mean,
Is Callie being like?
Deception.
yeah,
15.
that's a
Callie
9.
is very trustworthy. No need for
Nine,
anything.
nine. Yeah, I
Callie
don't
is.
think.
Hmm?
No, I was just gonna say Callie probably can't tell there's any line whatsoever.
Right. Well, may the poor souls who were lost rest in peace. Now,
Absolutely.
I guess, well, to be perfectly honest with you, we're in a bit of an interesting situation. At least you are. See, we're about to head into a maelstrom. And frankly, we don't have enough fuel to drop you off first. Now, if I don't know, I mean, well, you did prove yourself as well equipped for combat, and I am more than happy to consider you in the pay of this adventure, but yeah, it's not going to be a it's not going to be easy.
Ma'am, I have a few decades on I think everybody on the ship. I ran into a few maelstroms in my time. I've been around the block. I don't worry. I don't know that I'm looking for a set in stone paying role on a new ship. So I can't say any promises there just because simple facts are I'm used to running my own ship, my own business.
Right.
And but with that said, I don't mind that you can't drop me off for now. That's perfectly understandable. An understanding guy, or I like to think so. And I am very happy to be part of the crew, help out as best I can. So you can get me home.
Well, thank you for your understanding, and I'm sure you will prove yourself very useful. Um, yeah, well, in the meantime, why don't I show you around the ship a little bit?
Oh, absolutely. I would adore a tour.
Okay. Well, this is the Luna Express, and
Whoops.
Luna. I'm gonna mix it up a lot too.
No one knows what your boat is called. You need to get a big sign on top.
Yeah, I need to Jordan needs to get it written down on my hand. Um, and well, it's not exactly the largest ship, but it's quite the capable ship. Um, yeah. So, I'm. How much of downstairs have you seen?
I have seen the medical bay where I woke up and was graciously greeted. Had a little walk around, got a sense of your cargo and your ship rest areas. So I've been around.
Okay. Well, admittedly, there's not much more to it. Oh, you know what? Um, something I forgot to mention. Uh, given the status of your ship, I imagine that you'd want or need to send out some letters notifying business partners or something of the sorts of your ship's fate. If you need that, then we have a crewmate named Arch who will be able to help you with that.
I really appreciate that. Can I ask how they send out the letters and so forth?
That's a great question.
I would say, based on how we've
Um,
established the world building, letters need to
Pigeons.
be sent at a port. You can't just send
Yeah.
them here. There's no email. And we've also established that radio is kind of spotty. You can receive distress calls if they're nearby, but the only city you can contact from anywhere when you're not near it is Disco,
Pigeons.
which to be fair is the hub.
Right.
Okay, cool. With that knowledge, I would say, Madam Captain, I greatly appreciate it, but I think this is something that's going to require more than a letter. I can wait until we get to Disco City, and this is something. While this, I run an independent business. I don't have business partners I need to get in contact with. I need to get in contact with my insurance, file a claim, get into that. That's not something I want to do over paperwork, especially not a letter to the sky. I simply don't trust it. I've been there. I need to show up, physically show my face, and frankly, maybe fucking annoy the hell out of some bureaucrat.
Well, that is perfectly understandable. I just figured I'd mention it.
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate it.
But anyways, on to the tour. And yeah, I guess I'll begin showing you around the main deck, like the helm and everything. Yeah, and then I guess well, you'd see a raven perched on the maps, and I would go, and this is my beast Arnaud. He well, to be perfectly honest, I specialize in taming beasts, and he is more or less my right hand man. Um, and then yeah, I guess moving on. I feel like now Callie would notice the hole in her cabin
Arch
door.
definitely noticed it. Did not say shit.
Huh?
Arch totally noticed it since he had to walk by. Did not say shit.
Yeah, fair enough. And yeah, I imagine you'd see it too. And Callie just goes, "Oh, Lord, okay, I'm going to have to get Jasper on that." And I guess yeah, I'd go straight to Arch's office and just knock on the door. Go, Arch,
What?
meet Nikolai. This is the man that we rescued.
Oh, dead guy. Or dying guy. Lost. Was your ship worth a lot? You lost it there.
I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting the forwardness, but that's okay. It was worth quite a bit. I would say I can't compare it obviously to your ship, but it was
Oh,
worth a lot to me. It was a merchant vessel, and yeah, but I'm not dying any longer.
did you end
Thanks
up
to you and your
losing
crew.
what it is you were carrying? If pirates were attacking you, they must have thought you were carrying something good.
From my understanding of the situation, everything has been lost except me and myself.
Yeah, DM note. It fucking exploded. There's no ship left. It gone.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it. Yeah.
I think Arch is more curious than looking for an opportunity.
Do you happen
Oh,
to
okay.
know what which group those outcasts were from?
The specific group I couldn't say. I'm not an expert on the Outcasts, and I wouldn't know. Like, while I'm aware of them as a group overall, I'm not aware of any inner factions, so I can't say. But I know that I wasn't a fucking fan of them. I know that I'm glad they're dead. I'm glad they've been driven out of the sky, and well, they got what they fucking deserved.
Cool. I've been scrutinizing him this entire time as we're talking.
I feel like 18's pretty good. I don't tactically Arch has not lied in that conversation. I do feel like maybe with an 18, you can tell that Nikolai's maybe holding some details back, but
Should
he
I
isn't
roll
lying
anything?
technically.
Yeah, I feel like this should be a contested role. Because lying by
enough.
omission is still lying.
Yeah, you guys
Okay.
are sus because you don't know this character's backstory.
Would it be a deception check, or would it be something more like charisma or something?
Let's just do deception contested, and it's
Okay.
because you are being technically truthful. It's gonna be a lot.
Okay. That's a 24.
24. Yeah, Arch, you can't fucking get a read on this guy. He seems to be truthful, but
Well, sorry to hear that all of that was happening. You should probably get some more rest. We hasn't been that long since you went down a couple times, and we're still a couple days out from the the southern outpost that we're trying to head to. We have some deliveries to make, but once we get there, we can ask some of the monks if they could assist you.
I would really appreciate that. And yeah, for the meantime, I hear that you are running into a maelstrom, and frankly, I'm happy to be along. And as for rest, I think I'm okay for now. I'm happy getting some fresh air, so don't mind me.
Oh, you told him about the maelstrom. Well, we could always use more help. It is always a potentially dangerous thing. More help means people could stay alive longer.
Like I was telling your captain, I'm happy to help as best I can. In what regard I can. She offered me a position as of right now. That's not something I'm considering. Again, I'm used to running my own business as well as my own ship. It would be quite an adjustment, but At
Well,
least until you drop me off, I'm on your ship.
to be clear, I didn't offer you a position. I just said if you help with the maelstrom, I, you know, like
It was a paid something,
it
so
was like a thing of I'd be willing to give you some pay for helping with the maelstrom.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
unfortunately, this is a gig economy for you, Akash.
Damn.
I mean, yeah, meta. I was thinking like, oh, proves himself in the maelstrom, then offer
Okay,
the
okay.
job.
Then be like, your captain was offering me some pay for sticking around, and well, seeing as I have to stick around, and well, I don't mind sticking around.
I'm
I
going
don't
to
mind pay.
shoot a side eye at Callie, like as like offered at the mention of offered pay, and I'm going to like scoot a document over like behind my body, which doesn't really do much. I'm tiny. Right, pay, of course. We can discuss that after the help.
Yeah, we'll have to get into that paperwork afterwards.
God,
Okay.
so like, Nikolai is having the worst night because his crew died and he lost his ship. Arch is having the worst night of his life because he has to pay 2 extra people now.
Doesn't have to pay MMX.
You have to feed MMX at least.
Yeah, but
No,
we
it's
we
going out of
established
Callie's
that's
pocket. That was the
yeah.
agreement.
Um,
It's just the fact that MMX
MMX
is here
likes to eat
potentially.
Chinese.
That doesn't even exist in this world. There's no China. And if there was a China, it's
I
gone now because the
said-
apocalypse happened.
Chinese.
I
That's
said
really
Chinese, not Chinese.
Oh, shinies. Shinies is worse. Shinies is expensive.
Well, I'm just saying, like, maybe you don't have to necessarily pay him, but like, just feed him a copper every once in a while. He won't. He'll be happy.
Yeah, just give him some Chinese every few days, and
Again,
he
does
did fuck
not
up some
exist.
kung
The
pao
apocalypse
chicken
happened.
for sure.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
There
without
might be
question.
Kung Pao chicken.
Okay, well, I think there's an extra bed, Callie, if you want to have someone show him, and probably maybe check the maps to see how far away we are.
Yep. Callie will switch into Raven Vision real quick, check the maps, and then respond.
Based on the map, it'll be like 2.5 days at this point.
It'll be about 2.5 days, give or take. So yeah. Yeah. Why don't I show you to where you can stay for the time being?
Sounds good, Captain. And Arch, nice meeting you. Sorry to, give you a surprise or to fluster you. And I'll give a light salute, and I'll just follow along with Callie.
Cool. Yeah, downstairs. Yeah. I guess it would be down here. Yeah. So just.
You get.
Hmm?
No, I was gonna say you get to share a room with Jasper.
Yeah.
Based on how we have the map.
Well.
Okay.
Yahoo!
Yeah, you will be sharing a room with our bosun Jasper, but I'm sure that won't be much of an issue, if any at all.
Oh, I'm sure I have lived with the lowest of the low, and I haven't met this Jasper yet, but your crew doesn't seem to quite go down there. Not at
No.
all.
No, I can assure you that Jasper is not of that type. But for now, I have some matters to attend to. So I will leave you be for now. If you have any questions, feel free to just ask me. All I ask though is please do not uh enter the captain's quarters. I mean, I know you'd have no reason to, but it's just a thing that I ask my crew.
Of course. If I ever do find myself at your doors, I will always knock, and if there's no response, there's no response.
Thank
Your
you.
quarters are your quarters, and I'm gonna go get ready to bunk down, and I assume meet Jasper.
Indeed. And with that, Kelly will head off and find Jasper.
Oh, good. Jasper is up by the mangonel right now. What's he
Yeah.
doing up there on the castle deck?
Um, well, it's always kind of like a game. Whenever he says he's going to go do work, it turns into find Jasper wherever he's not doing work,
So we have a
which
mini
is
game.
typically at the the top.
Jasper is the blue-collar carpenter that we all aspire to be.
Yes, I love Jasper so much. So I imagine, yeah, some searching around, and then I find Jasper. And I go, ah, Jasper. A couple things. Um, One, for the time being, Nikolai, our esteemed guest, will be sharing a room with you. Um, and two, there's a hole in the door to my quarters. Do you think you could fix that whenever you get a chance?
You know, I saw that earlier. Yeah, what I was just doing here was thinking about how I'm gonna fix it.
Right,
Uh,
right.
but I think I could find a solution. I think I could find a solution. Do you want it good as new or?
Well, um, honestly, well, I mean, you saw the beast that came out of nowhere, and well, to be truthful, it's well, actually, it's better to uh, mm, no, Callie wouldn't say that. Well, I found this small cat-like thing stowing away in the cargo hold, and well, for the time being, I'm taking care of it, and granted, I had no idea it could do that. It I tried to keep it locked in my room, and it just burst straight through, and yeah, we both saw what it turned into.
I mean, yeah, I came up and there were like tentacles and shit.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what that's about, but we're going to look into it more when we're in port next. But yeah, well, I will leave you to your work, and yeah, just get it. Well, actually, wait. If you could, I think. I mean, I don't fully know how long it's going to be on our ship or whatnot, and if we may encounter something again, do you think you could install like a just small door so it doesn't just bust a hole through my door again?
Might take a bit, but yeah, I think I can handle that.
Perfect. Well, it doesn't need to be done right away. Um, but yeah, thank you. I'll leave you to leave you to it. Um, yeah, and with that, Callie will go back downstairs and back to the helm and continue flying ship.
Jasper will go on and uh, start sawing around the part MMX broke through.
Yeah, I guess a question is how good of a view into my captain's quarters would Jasper get from
We have established there is a Looney Tune shaped MMX hole.
so not a lot. Okay.
Jasper would also probably be opening the door to get an angle on the door, but he wouldn't
Yeah.
be trying to look into the room.
Fair enough.
Is it just like a matter of principle? What does Callie have in her room that Jasper can't see?
There's a couple things.
Jasper
I-
isn't really
I
a
do-
snooper. If he sees something, then that's about it. He doesn't really look in desks or.
Look, there's a
Okay,
cute plushie
yeah, I
collection in
mean-
there that no one else can see.
There's, I guess, the one thing that you would see, even if you're not trying to snoop, is a painting of two girls with, like, they look decently young, and they look like they're twins with fiery red hair and blue eyes, and one of them you would notice looks a lot like, in terms of like frame and everything, looks a lot like Callie, despite Callie having black hair.
Alrighty then.
I think your
Uh,
noise sawing down the door would wake MMX up.
Yeah.
He would bounce. He would jump down from his little spot in the bookshelves and then just leave. He would leave
Jasper
the
would, like,
captain quarters.
immediately jump up on MMX coming down and just like try to avoid whatever things MMX has going on.
Good dog.
I think good dog. I think MMX would like side eye Jasper. He looks kind of pissed because you woke him up from his nap. He's like yawning but also side eyeing you at the same time as he like goes up to the deck because obviously you ruined his little nap time.
Alrighty.
He's now roaming.
Oh lord, okay.
So, actually, what should we roll for Jasper's constructions?
I think technically it would be carpenter's tools.
Yeah.
Pew.
God damn, that's a dirty 20. Jasper is good at carpentry. Jasper fixes the door. And as Jasper is fixing the door, I feel like everyone goes to bed and we end for the night. And we'll cut ahead to the ship arriving. But not before we get some dreams. Some dreamy flashbacks as you remember things as you're sleeping. Several crew members, they'll have dreams. The first one to dream of something is gonna be Callie. Callie, you flashback to a few months ago, back when you were just the second in command of the Luna Eclipse. In this flashback, we see you standing on the deck as the ship is sailing towards a mail. And in this flashback, I feel like the angle of the camera is cheated so we cannot see your face. Like the camera's behind your head and it will never show your face during this.
No.
But we do during this flashback get to see your red hair.
No.
But anyway,
Red
wait.
hair is yeah, that's from the
red
thing
hair
that
when you got
yeah,
black hair the same as the mask or before the mask?
before the mask. That's from the first
Never mind.
thing.
We do see your. Never mind. Retcon that. We don't see the red hair. We do see the black hair. We don't see the mask. Getting our Callie chart right in our heads. We see Callie with the cheated angle on the dock, and the captain of the Eclipse, Eddie Flametongue. He walks up to talk to you, and he says, "Well, should be arriving tomorrow. Feeling nervous, kid?"
No. Why would I be? I mean, sure, there's plenty of myth around these places, but you and me, we make a good team. I don't see any reason why this is beyond our scope.
Yeah, I'm not too worried either. I mean, I've done maelstroms before when I was younger. They can be a bit tricky, but you just gotta keep your head about you. You know, as long as we're careful, everything should go fine. That is what we in the narrative industry call a bad thing for a character to say in a flashback.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, and we see the Luna eclipse in this flashback sailing towards the maelstrom. The maelstrom's in the distance, and then the flashback camera. I don't know why the camera is in third person for a flashback. Like, you'd think if it was a flashback, would be from Callie's perspective, but it isn't. Callie remembers things in third person. But the
That checks
flashback
out.
camera, it just as you're
It's
approaching the
this
maelstrom, the
association.
flashback camera just goes down into the clouds, and we see something dark fly by the camera. And then we end that flashback dream, and we cut to the med bay where Atlas is sleeping, and Atlas has a flashback to a thing that happened a month ago. No, Atlas in this flashback, which is also in third person. No one in this crew remembers things in first person for some reason. It's weird. Um, Atlas in this flashback, you're sitting at a tent at one of the cloud outposts when a flying rat is tossed to you.
Uh,
You-
when Atlas grabs it, and instinctively snaps its neck. So as far as he's concerned, it's food.
Yes, we have established dead things are legally objects. Established that. Objects are.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Huh?
You eat the dead rat?
I ate the dead rat.
Yummy, yummy. And anyway, after as you're eating the rat, you turn in the direction of where the rat was thrown, and you see your husband, Elias, this large centaur man, dressed in adventurer's gear. He walks up to the table, but doesn't sit down because I don't know if centaurs can sit down. The horse legs are kind of awkward.
That's a really good question.
Horses
Can a horse
can
sit?
sit. It's a
Yeah.
little awkward, but they
Yeah,
can
horse-
sit.
I mean,
Yeah.
horses can sit, but they can't sit at a table.
It'd be like kind of like laying down for like the horse half.
Yeah. Yeah, centaurs are weird biologically. But anyway, Elias says, so anyway, that ship should be arriving soon. You ready for a few weeks of alone time?
I mean, I will make do. Just be careful out there.
I know. Don't worry about me. I'm just the medic. I'll stay behind during the fights. I won't get hit. I mean, you need the money.
I know. I know we need the money.
Besides, I have my faith. The maiden will bring me strength, and the mother will bring me protection. Don't worry. Everything's gonna be fine with Elias. Nothing bad is gonna happen, Elias, he says.
Nothing bad is going to happen.
Yes. And then just the DM narration shows up. That was the last time you saw your husband as he was setting sail to check out this maelstrom and said everything would be fine. We have one more flashback. We get this night of flashbacks. Nikolai, your flashback is even more recent. It's to the fight with Blorthax Grinkus and Bag of Trail Mix. Yes, those were the names we gave them last time. This was after your crew died, but just right before the rest of the party arrived, and the outcasts, they were just taunting you. And like Borthak just says, that's the second crew you've gotten killed, isn't it? Hey, at least you don't have to worry about the crew's at least you don't have to worry about this crew's ghost coming back to haunt you. Bag of Trail Mix just cuts in like, hey, look, listen, Like, we're monsters, but there are things that even we wouldn't do. Betraying your crew, killing them all to keep them silent, that's worse than anything we'd ever do. What Bag of Trail Mix says as he's taunting you, Nikolai.
Nikolai in this dream is going to simply kill them, and then he's going to throw himself off the edge of his ship.
God damn. Okay.
God damn. I was not aware. This is new flashback technology in that you can change the flashback and kill yourself.
It's like the fucking Animus from Assassin's Creed.
So you do that and then just it's been forever since I played an Assassin's Creed game, but like just the voice of your ancestor like, no, that's not how that happened. But then you wake up in a sweat after you killed yourself. And unfortunately, the other people don't get flashbacks at this time. You'll get flashbacks in the future, just trying to spread out the flashbacks for narrative purposes. But cut to a couple days later, Myrna up on the castle deck with the telescope. You spy what you're heading towards.
Bless you.
Oh God. It's the Southern Cloud Outpost. It's a large silver cloud hovering in the sky, covered in tents. You see that there are 2 airships docked at the outpost, and your other objective is also plain. A couple miles past the outpost is this massive sphere of swirling wind. It's a 3-dimensional hurricane illuminated by flashes of lightning. This is a maelstrom. This is a maelstrom, a dangerous place filled with horror and violence, and you get to go into it. Doesn't that sound fun? Aren't you so excited to dive into a maelstrom?
I thought we're going to the outpost first.
Well, you're gonna stop there first, but I mean, you can see it in the distance. It's like you're stopping at the base camp of Mount Everest, and oh, this is a nice base camp. Hope we're not gonna die on the mountain.
Fair.
But land at the Southern Cloud Outpost. You get off your ship onto the cloud, and does anyone want to do a history to know things about this?
Sure.
Sure.
I know.
That's a 4.
4. Hallie doesn't know jack shit about jack shit.
Yeah, 9 here. I don't either.
That checks out.
Oh God, no one knows history. Jasper knows what things are with 18.
I'm gonna make my roll a 6 beer.
Funny, it would be funny if MMX was the only one who knew things. Oh, of course, Arch knows things. God damn, Myrna! Myrna gotta lay off the weed.
Myrna's been living under a rock.
Yeah, but this is like basic shit. Myrna doesn't know, but like Arch and Jasper can explain stuff to you. This is one of the Cloud Outposts. These are the villages used by the Cloud Walkers, these monks that travel across the skies, and they use magic to make clouds solid enough to walk on. Now, these outposts are temporary. They usually last only a few months, unlike the large cities kept afloat through Aether engines. But the monks here abstain from using technology. And you're all getting off the ship, which is parked here at the Cloud. You can see there are 2 other ships parked here, but they have names on the outside.
Most likely.
Let's say they do. One of them, it's not the one on the map, although you can only see part of the other ship on the map. The 2 ships here are, one of them is shaped like a speedboat, and it's covered in flames, and written on its side is 2 shots of fireball. That's the ship name. The other one is very similar to the Luna Eclipse. albeit smaller and probably faster. It has yellow wings instead of green ones, and written on the side of that one is Wasp 6 in caps lock. These are the 2 other ships that are docked.
Checks out.
So, you've arrived here. You're at the Cloud Outpost. Who wants to get off the ship and walk around and talk to people?
Right, there's not that much cargo. There's probably enough for us to do 2 trips. Everyone grab something and let's get this over with quickly.
I agree.
Nikolai's making himself useful.
Cool.
You allow the cat to get off.
No.
It's Callie's.
No. Can I sneak off anyways?
You can sneak off with a good stealth roll.
We're gonna
Please,
leave you.
please,
I'll stand
please.
guard ship.
Okay, well, roll yourself.
No,
Oh my god, that's
Jasper's gonna-
14.
14.
Well,
That
so
is
fucked
lower than my
up.
passive perception. I'll say that.
It's lower than mine as well.
Cat's
No,
gonna
it-
follow you guys off.
I mean, I probably Atlas would sense it, but would Atlas actually care?
Callie also senses it, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
Atlas's passive is only 13, so
Oh
Atlas
shit!
My passive is 17. I just
Would,
Damn.
would Myrna speak up?
no.
Yay!
Well, I saw you. I have
Yeah,
a
Callie-
16 passive perception.
What?
Yeah,
No,
Callie
let
was-
me off. Let me off. If you don't let me off, I'm just gonna start like sadly pawing at you. Like I want to go.
Listen, little one. I mean, God, it's these people. I don't know how friendly they are going to be towards you, and it's better that you're safe. You need rest.
MX is still just pawing at you and giving you the biggest like puppy dog eyes. Like please.
Right, so if everyone can grab a box, we should be good to go. Callie, what are you doing with that creature?
I'm trying to make sure it doesn't get off the ship.
Shove it in a bag, bring it with you. Don't
Oh.
trust it on the ship by itself.
That's actually a good idea. Callie, I guess will like grab. I imagine that Callie has like some sort of handbag or something, and will grab it and put you inside it like a little dog.
I think MMX hates this, but because it means he gets to go, he's like he looks grumpy about it, but he's like, well, at least I get to go.
Yeah, fair. I'm sorry, little one, but this is the best that we can do for now. And yeah,
I'm gonna throw away not a D4. Not D6 still the same. So for the next 3 hours, Callie and who do I trust more? Myrna or Asper? Atlas. Atlas and Callie have a 3-hour psychic connection between us 3.
Oh, good. You can mentally make sure that your employees aren't you.
this is awesome.
So, anyone who wants to step off the ship steps off the ship.
I mean, we're
And
all gonna
waiting
step
for you-
off to deliver.
Waiting for you as you step off the ship is this old, bald man dressed in gray robes with a thick white beard. And he introduces himself as a D200, which I would like from Zane.
Hello, Mr. D200. Hold spot.
Bold, bold.
Yes, yes, I'm very
Bald
old.
head.
Nice.
Nice.
I have other traits besides my baldness, though. I'm a great religious leader. And my name is, what is his name, Zane?
I'm gonna roll a 200. 200. No.
No, no, you don't. Actual random. 16. That's early. And my this is a terrible name for a monk, but it's funny. Yes, I'm very bold, but my name is Father Kyler. Kyler, Kyler.
Oh, I hate it.
We have to kill him.
I
We have to
I
kill him.
used to
Father
know
Kyler.
Kyler in real life, and man, he was a
That
piece of
was-
work.
It was a
It
cool
seems like
name when
everybody
I
who's
was.
known a Kyler has had a bad experience.
It was a
Yeah.
cool name when I was younger. I didn't decide my name. Greetings, travelers. Oh, and yes, those are the crates full of the goods that needed to be delivered to us. And hold on,
This guy has Mountain Dew
No, that's-
underneath his robes.
I don't drink Mountain Dew. I'm an ordinary monk.
Sky Dew.
Ordinary monk. I might be into skateboarding as a side hobby, but that's
He
fine.
spills his code red and stains the cloud red.
Oh god, blood clouds with the fucking Akatsuki's here. But the point is, Monk Kyler, he just looks over his shipment and he's like, huh, why does it look like there's been a bite taken out of my bonsai tree? Oh, well, that's probably just nothing. Thank you for bringing us these goods. That's very good. When you stop by a port, either in Shimmer, Ironworks, or Disco City, they'll transfer the money to your account. I'll be sure to send a pigeon to tell them that you successfully delivered the things. Thank you so much.
It was our pleasure. I hope that these supplies are enough to allow you to last for a while longer.
Yes, these should be enough, but, we'll need it for our long journey ahead.
And if I may ask, what is said journey?
Well, you see, that thing over there, and Monk Kyler, points over your shoulder at the fucking maelstrom, and he's like, when that thing breaks apart, the wind will be fierce enough to tear our little outpost apart. Say, nothing of the anger it will bring to the Scapelli swarm. We plan to dismantle our village and ride away from here before the maelstrom opens up tomorrow. But that's for another day. We're having a nice meal, a nice party before we tear down the outpost. And there are some other travelers there drinking as well. Come. You should rest before you seek your challenge. Oh, and by the way, I would like to ask that you keep any weapons you have behind on the ship. Violence destroyed this world once. It would be foolish to allow it here of all places.
Right. Of course. Um,
Well, it's a very reasonable request, everyone. Go ahead and store your things. We're just bringing stuff down and quick break, and we'll be on our way.
Yeah, and Nikolai's gonna, quickly comply with that and put his weapons up.
You see the reason you should bring MMX is because all of MMX is a weapon.
well, you see, the reason that that's
Yes.
not the end of the world regardless is because I have a hidden blade built into my arm.
Okay, why you gotta be that way? The nice old Kyler who loves Mountain Dew and skateboarding was very clear that he didn't want weapons in this peaceful
I
monk
can't
community.
easily remove it.
Archer's
Well,
going
just
to take off his jacket, drop on the floor, and it's going to clang really loudly with a whole bunch of metal.
I mean, just chop your arm off. You did it once.
Oh my! Did he say that? Because I
It's
didn't
like-
say that out loud, but
You're like fucking Toby from Naruto, where you have a prosthetic arm, which means that your arm can just get fucked up and chopped off in every battle without it being gory, because it's not real; it's prosthetic.
Oh, right, Mr.
That-
Kyler. Who do I need to talk to about signing the completion document of this
Oh yes,
request?
yes. Let me give you my signature. Kyler gives you his signature, and he like just draws little sunglasses under it. I'm a
I hate it.
normal monk and
It's-
not totally radical at all.
It's Kyler, but it has like for some reason it has the 2 dots on the Y, and he draws it as sunglasses.
Kyler. Yes. God, I
Cool.
love these books.
It's really good. I'm enjoying the name list.
Okay. Yeah. So if everyone's gonna de-arm, I'm going to just start carrying stuff in. I'm grabbing one of the lightest things we have because I only have 11 strength.
So I'll skip through the unloading everything. Do you
I'm
guys want to check
only
out the feast at the tent with the other travelers?
Yeah. I can't believe Callie is only a single point of strength stronger than Arch.
Well, that's the weird thing about like fantasy archers, where it's like, oh, it's all about dexterity and precision. Have you seen archers in real life? They have to be fucking ripped because they're pulling 120 drawstring bows.
Imagine
Yeah.
grappling with an otter in a life or death
Well,
battle.
to be
and
fair,
winning.
canonically, Callie's robot arm is the one that pulls the bow because it's her main hand. That's the prosthetic.
Arch is also 3'4", so that's even sadder.
Yeah. I mean, Callie's not very strong.
Yeah, and everyone on the crew has a below 12 intelligence, apparently.
We're not.
I have a
very smart
13,
crew.
excuse you.
I have a 14. I think I'm the smartest person on the ship.
I 13.
Mine's
I
16.
am a.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Oh
okay.
shit!
Yeah, no,
That was-
before
Genius among us.
before me and
How is
you,
the
everyone on the
pet on our
ship
ship?
was just dumb.
This is
Like, I
fucking-
had 14, and that made me the smartest.
Oh
This is the
boy.
Simpsons episode where Homer gets the crayon out of his brain and he becomes the smartest man in town because his IQ is now 105.
He's
That's
one of the smartest people in the world at that point.
Yeah.
Not even the
And
town.
Also, our ship pet is just as strong as Jasper, but smarter than Jasper.
I hate this. There's an actual Kyler
Fuck
inside the
yeah.
fucking.
Yeah, that's the problem with the old monk kind of getting named Kyler, because there was already a character planned to appear who was kind of like it.
I know who
That's
that
Tyler.
is. That does actually look like the Kyler that I knew.
God,
Yeah, I know who that is too.
Squeezy Jibs, but
Yeah. I've
by the
seen
way,
their
Squeezy
stuff.
Jibs is a fucking D&D ass name. Squeezy Jibs, he's just the perfect person for who this character is.
Yeah. Does he have like the pointed grills like Squeezy Jibs does?
This man looks identical to Squeezy Jibs, including the 2-foot-long bill. But
Fuck
you all
yeah.
walk into this tent where the other travelers are, and you walk in and you see this like 6-foot-tall buff lady with blue hair, and she is arm wrestling against this Squeezy Jibs looking motherfucker, and she just grits her teeth and swings his arm down so hard and knocks this dude with the hat off his feet. And give me a intelligence check. If anyone wants to get more knowledge on what's going on, the Squeezy Jibs gets thrown off his ass.
Yeah, I'll
Give a
Nope.
just straight
His
intelligence.
name is not literally Squeezy Jibs, by the way. That's
Why am I only
19.
19.
4?
Okay, so Callie, it's especially funny for you to get that 4 in that you see a bunch of people in Citadel military uniforms, and you used to live there, and you do not recognize it at all because Callie's kind of dumb, it seems. But like Crow and
No.
Nikolai are
Okay,
like,
I should definitely not have to roll to recognize Citadel military.
It should be a with
"Hey,
advantage at
you
that
rolled
point.
4 on intelligence."
Could it
Yeah,
be with
but if that was
advantage
for the
since
check,
they're-
I shouldn't have had to made a roll at all.
Fair enough.
Yeah, like
So-
you could be dumb and still recognize your
I
mom.
I literally spent 18 years in Citadel, and I had left Citadel like 5 times.
But the point is, you can tell that these are 2 different crews of presumably people here for the same thing as you. Presumably people here try and conquer the Maelstrom. One crew from Citadel, one crew independent, although all as DMs say they're from Ironworks, but they aren't like affiliated with the government. But you got two crews as you walk into the tent. And what would you like to do?
I don't know what Callie would do, frankly.
I think Miana's just taking in the outpost. I think this would be her first time ever dealing with the Cloud Village.
Yeah, I'd say I'm just taking it in too and looking around just because that's really all I can do. This isn't a crew I'm technically part of yet, and also I'm just kind of here. So Nikolai's looking around, just noticing anything interesting.
I will say that there is like a table with drink. What does anyone else
Callie's like staring down
There's
the
a
Citadel
table with
crew.
fruit and drink, you said?
want? Yes.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I would like to exit Callie's bag.
I would like to shut the bag close.
I will chew a hole through the bottom of this bag. Like,
Fine with that.
I have sharp teeth and claws.
I
I'm fine
get
with that.
contested strength from
It's
Art
my fucking bag. What do you mean?
Anyway, I'm chewing a hole through the bag. I got an 18.
I don't think Arch will be able to stop you from out of the back and running for the.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Okay.
Well, so here's what's gonna happen. Is this table covered in food? Does it have like a tablecloth or anything?
Let's say it does.
Okay,
Oh no.
so MMX is gonna chew through the bag, right? So I imagine the bag like dramatically explodes and he just falls to the ground. And before anyone can react, he just dashes under the table with the food.
Can I try and
every...
catch like MMX before he hits the ground?
Give me a dexterity saving throw for MMX, contrasted with a dexterity roll from Callie.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
I'm going to look at this person here as they're
16.
doing something.
I got a 21. Thank God for advantage.
You're raging?
No.
No, I
you
just
don't-
have advantage on
Oh, danger
dexterity.
Danger sense.
Yeah.
Danger sense.
Yeah.
Would this be danger? Oh, it's
okay.
dex
So
save as long as you
that's
can see it.
yeah. That's the thing. Is like it's called danger sense, but the like way it's written, it doesn't have to be when you're in danger.
Can MMX see you attempt to grab them because they're running forward? You're
I
behind
mean, well,
them.
this would be like when they're falling out of my bag onto the ground. So I imagine, yeah, they would see me try and grab.
Yeah, I imagine like what happened since the roles were kind of close was Callie does grab hold of MMX, but he just like kind of nimbly like wrestles his way out of her grasp and is now underneath the table. And you can see his little prehensile tail like occasionally reaching like over the table and grabbing a food item, and the food item disappears under the table. And you can also hear ravenous munching from under the table.
I'll go deal with that.
So MMX munching, and did Arch say he wanted to go talk
I wanted
to
to just to talk to one of these two people and just be like, right, where are we putting these?
and like this guy is still on the ground, but the tall lady's like, I don't know, bro. God, everyone's fucking Tyler. I don't know. I'd ask the monks, but I feel like you can just put them up in the corner, you know? What's your name, little guy?
Arch.
Is one of those ships out there yours then?
Yeah. Well, not mine. I'm just the lieutenant, but like big old Wasp 6. That's the ship we came on. Great thing. Great ship. I'm
Oh.
Sai, by the way, and she offers a hand.
I will reach up, shake it, look back at everyone, say,
The corner. We can just drop it off there so you guys don't have to carry it anymore.
Yeah. Do you guys just like delivering stuff?
Yep. We just need to make a bit of money so we can keep flying around.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Like me and my crew, we're here to go check out the Maelstrom, and that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh, well, hopefully you're prepared. It's dangerous in there.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And like as she's saying that, like the guy with the hat like gets to his feet, and he's like, huh. I'm not scared of some stupid fucking storm. I'm so smart. I'm not scared of the Maelstrom at all. I've done this before. I've gotten to the end first before. And honestly, Citadel lady, you should just turn back, because like I am Gort Lane. I am captain of 2 shots of fireball, and I'm gonna be the one to conquer this Maelstrom because, I'm awesome.
Can
Hey,
Callie
that's a
hear
different-
this?
You can hear it. He's not quiet at all.
Okay, then Callie would just say, well, it's not the Maelstrom itself that you need to be wary of. It's the Scapelli swarm it summons that's the real danger.
I can outrun some bugs. I'm not scared of anything.
Oh, trust me,
Gort
you
Lane
cannot.
#1. Gort Lane's not scared of anything.
And tell me, can you outrun the Blight?
Dog, I don't need to outrun something that's down on the ground. Like, we're in the sky. That shit's like down low. Everything, like, what the fuck you on about, pal?
So then what happens when the Scalepi swarm grabs your ship and drags you to the Blight?
See, that's not gonna happen, because my ship is fast as... Look, have you seen my ship? Have you seen the flames painted on the side? The flames make it go faster.
Fuck, I didn't think about that. Right. Well, if you insist.
And I feel like he turns his head to walk away, and his hat almost, like, hits you in the face. Just barely doesn't. So, does anyone have anything they want to do or people they want to talk to?
I
well,
just
we
kind of
should-
sidle into like the captain, Callie here, and just the rest of the crew, and be like, "Good thing doesn't look like you have much competition to worry about." And then I'm just gonna grab something to eat.
No, to be perfectly honest, I think the Citadel crew might be our only threat.
You're not scared of Gort Lane? His ship has flames on it.
I mean, it's like... No, you're right. I should be scared of him. But I'm more scared of his hat, to be honest. What if he turned around and it knocked my mask off? That would have been bad.
Yeah, then everyone will have taken psychic damage.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck is the name of the I'm blanking on everything, and now I just can't even
Dimmadome?
make this reference. No.
Cyclops, the X-Men.
Yes, thank you. It's like that.
Okay. What Atlas up to? Why Atlas going for other boat?
Atlas is going to just ever so slightly scratch one of the flames off of the other boat.
Alice is keying a car.
Yeah, literally.
So you keep the okay. You scratch it off. I'm not gonna make you roll for that. I've keyed like boys, keying cars is easy. So you key the flames off the fireball.
It's just one. I want to specify. It is just one flame.
Cut one of the flames off the 2 shots of fire.
Huh? Now it's only one shot of fireball. And then I look over at Jasper and I motion for Jasper to keep his mouth shut.
Jasper will just nod slowly.
And then
I
Atlas goes
understand
back
it.
inside. Like nothing happened.
Does anyone else have things they wanted? Also, is MMX still devouring them?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, if MMX is still devouring the feast, I feel like Father Kyler is going to be like, excuse me, can you grab your creature?
Right. My apologies. MMX, come on.
I don't think he's gonna react. Like
I'll cast Goodberry and try and see if I can get him out that way. You can have all 8 good berries if you come out.
I think he likes those because of how they made him feel after. Because for once in his life, he didn't feel like he was dying. So he will go like approach you for the good berries, but you are gonna still need to find a way to restrain him to make sure he doesn't run off again.
I'm just gonna go find one of the monks. I'm gonna go back out and talk to Kyler. Like, just remembering the whole situation.
Kyler
See,
could
You're,
talk you up.
you're a monastery, right? You guys don't happen to have any, like, teaching devices for young ones that are still learning, I don't, like a leash or collar or something for small
I don't-
children or pets?
Just
The
as a child
leash.
leash.
I'm afraid we travel light. We not have any leash small children, I'm afraid.
Ask for some rope.
We have
I
rope.
mean, you have rope. You're
We
like
have plenty of
the
rope.
member.
That's true.
Okay, well, we dropped off everything. You gave us your signature. I don't know what's happening, but good luck. Thank you.
Darks just want to leave the party. Is he like that kind of guy?
Yeah.
I mean, we were just here to do a job. Technically, he got paid. He's done.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
boat's
anyone else
leaving in
want to
30 minutes with or without us.
I am.
Anyone else want to
Did what you
party?
needed to do, Arch.
Yeah. Signature got job done. Apparently, there's a party or something going on. Don't know exactly what's happening. Cat creature thing is eating the goods. Don't know if that's a problem.
Yeah,
But that's Callie's issue.
I'm gonna
Might be.
cast message on Jasper and just say, Jasper, could you please bring me some rope?
Yeah, it's a
Oh.
problem.
And I'll head into the ship to go get some rope. And come back out.
Cool.
I'll have it like wrapped in a lasso here.
Calm, animal.
Here, I'll handle it from here. Thank you, Jasper. And
Okay.
yeah, I will like use it as like a leash for MMX. And I'm going to undo the lasso and tie it around MMX like a harness.
Okay, I will allow you to just have MMX. Like MMX is strong enough that it's like trying to walk a really big dog that it might be trouble, but you can try and leave.
Right. And with that, I do want to approach the captain from Citadel. And just go, I hope I'm not bothering you. I presume you're, one of the other crews going into the Maelstrom tomorrow.
Yep, that's me.
And your ship is the meta, what is the name?
Wasps. It is a wasp. Similar structurally, but smaller and faster.
Right. I must say it's a rather gorgeous ship. Are you the owner of it?
Not, not me. I'm second in command, Lieutenant Cyanica Verbunk, at your service.
Right. So then, who is your captain? Are they here?
Commander Groggins didn't want to come in and party. He's just real grumpy.
Right.
Jerk sometimes.
Would I recognize that name?
Give me a history. Well,
Okay.
actually, that's like backstory. It is up to you if you recognize that. I don't think that would be someone who's like a friend of yours, but it's entirely possible that you and probably Arch too. Arch also lives in Citadel, would know that as like a well-known military.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay.
Maybe not know him personally, but like heard the name.
So then I presume you are military?
Yeah. I mean, someone's gotta handle the maelstroms. Someone's gotta get your calcum out so it can be processed into Aether, keep the ships flying.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Well, I wish you the best of luck, but I believe we must depart for now.
Aw, man, I was just gonna start doing drinking game. And
Say,
gambling.
okay, Gally, hold on. You said you were a lieutenant, right?
Uh-huh.
Uh, so I sent in, and I can see you're from the Citadel. I sent in an application a few months ago, applying for some citizenship. I'm hoping you can
I
spin
don't
along. Yeah.
Ooh, and you can tell this is like she's really awkward. Like, ooh, I want to do this conversation. I don't handle immigration. You'd have to talk to someone in the immigration department. I think I just work here. You
No,
know.
I mean, yeah. I just mean like put in a good word for me.
Well,
Name's Jasper, by the way.
I can't really put in a good word for you because I just met you like 5 seconds ago. I'm sure everything will work out from you.
Uh, okay, bye.
Bye.
Man, that was close. I almost got it that time, huh? Oh shit,
Indeed.
my computer.
Um, Jasper, how about this? I have well, yeah, I mean, I told you I know some people in Citadel, and when we reach port next, I will send out a letter. And hopefully I can get a response soon, but we will have to see.
I don't know how receptive they'd be. Kelly kind of got exiled.
Well,
Suppose
she does-
so,
no, that's not how that
Miss
works,
Bardot.
but I do have my sister, and we do still regularly talk. But
Your sister, man.
yeah. Yes, Jasper?
Well, I'm just wondering how long it takes with your family name. You know, I've noticed a bit. I thought about it for a while. You know, I'm not the brightest. It just took me a bit to put it together. But if you can speed things along with your name, then I'm sure things will be set, huh?
Right. I'll see what I can do. And you would, I mean, even you would notice, like with you saying with your name, Callie's body language immediately shifts. Uh, Now, when we're Jasper, when we're out to when we're done with all of this, I would like to have a word with you, please.
Sounds good to me.
Right.
No, Jasper
Should we
got
hop back to
grounded.
it?
Yes. And Callie will leave, and I mean, yeah, I guess you wouldn't. You'd get the sense you're not in trouble per se, but Callie's not very pleased about that.
Jasper had also waited for her to be out of earshot.
Right.
Talk about any family names.
Okay, so you guys are heading back to the ship. Does Myrna, Atlas, or Nikolai want to do anything before you take off, or are you also averse to socializing?
He's
I
not
mean-
averse, but he's not looking for it right now.
Yeah, Myrna's
Yeah.
adverse to socializing, but we're about to go into a maelstrom, so I guess I should just ask around, see if there's any stock I can restock with. I
Restock.
lost
I've
a
worked in the
dagger.
ironworks for a bit. Do I know some of this guy or some of the boys?
I'd say no. These are just
Damn.
kind of guys, but
They're just bros.
just bros. Ship is too fast for monsters yet because it has flame.
So true.
As a flame.
Oh, you know what? There is something I want to do. More passively though. As we're leaving, I want to have Arnaud fly around the wasp ship and see if I can find a maker's mark.
Set fire to the party hall. Got it.
Give me like guess investigation roll for this.
Can it be perception?
Can it be percent?
Because I mean, it's not. I'm not like. I am just having it fly around the ship, and I am using funny Raven vision. So I'm like, it's more so me looking than it is me actively like investigating. You know?
Okay. Okay. So you're flying over. You're flying over. You guys can't see the things that go past the edge, right?
No.
Nope.
Mm.
Good. Only I can see. So I'm going to move it kind of in so we get shots. It isn't literally. Don't. It isn't literally
Holy
in the air.
shit.
That thing is
You just-
so cool.
Yeah, it is.
Oh
It's
my
sim-
god, this fucking guy. I
It's
like his little
Walter
hat.
Goggins.
Specifically, it's Commander Walter Groggins was mentioned. But you like fly over Wasp 6 and you see this short little gnome man with a pointy blue hat, dressed in military gear, standing on top of the ship, smoking a cigar. And you do see a little, well, you see like a maker's mark, like little painted on the ship. But to get in close enough to read it, you'd have to have your bird flying close. Do that.
Yes, but I will try and do it stealthily.
Roll stealth for me.
Okay, this has to use. Let me just pull up the stat block for my bird because I forgot to do that. If I can type beast correctly. So, stealth? Cool. That's a dirty 20.
Damn. He rolled a 19. So, like, just barely, like, your bird goes down to look, and he just barely misses you as it flies away. But you do see a mark on the wasp. And I would say, same mark, same maker's mark that you would see on the Luna.
Okay. Perfect.
That,
That's all I
but I
wanted to know.
think it is. Okay.
And yes, it is what you think it is.
Gotcha. Gotcha. No ship work. might be. That's what the
Shipyard, close enough.
Chippy got your name. You almost got caught by Captain Walter Grogan, or Commander, whatever his. Get to take off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so you guys go to bed. You get a rest, and we cut next. Guys, ship is flying, and you see, you watch as the Southern Cloud Outpost been dismantled, the tents have been packed up, and Kyler and his monks ride away on the backs of giant flying whales. They head far, far away from the. Right now, it's late at night. Your ship is hovering above the maelstrom. Wasp 6 and 2 shots of fireball are also hovering in the air above the storm. And you look down as the lightning within the maelstrom grows stronger, and then see the crack. A gap in the wind, just barely small enough to dive through. You put on the packs that Boney Michael gave you as we flash back to Callie and Arch sitting in his office. So, as you probably know, if you are going to go into the maelstrom, I mean, you cannot just sail your ship in. The winds are too bad. The wind is too strong. It will tear a ship to pieces. The standard way to go into a maelstrom is to jump off your ship and dive into it.
Right.
Is that something you will be up to?
Well, yeah, I see no reason not.
Good,
Why
good. And
wouldn't?
it's not anything to worry about. Maelstrom hunters have been doing this for years, and well, yes, only a few of them reach old age, but they mostly die from things in the maelstroms or outside of the maelstroms. The parachuting isn't the problem. And we just jump cut back to the deck, and as well, party up for it. Party up for all of you jumping off the side of the ship and diving into this giant storm while wearing a parachute.
Yeah.
Would I have done that before in my decades of experience?
I don't
Up to
think
you.
so.
Okay.
It's possible, but I don't think.
Would have heard of it.
Yeah, you
Jasper
would know.
would have
this
been
is a thing.
hesitant.
Okay, cool.
Jasper's
Come on,
afraid of
it'll be
heights.
fun.
In a world of heights.
I don't have a ship anymore. What is there for me to lose? And I'll get geared up.
Well, it's just that Jasper's never been in a maelstrom before.
Imagine being born in this world and being afraid of heights.
God.
God.
Yeah,
Before we leave the outpost and while the party is going on and people are still talking, could I roll a stealth check to have siphoned gas from both of the other ships?
Oh.
this is going to be a really tough stealth check, and you're probably going to get shot if you fail it.
Okay.
So,
Kind of want. I get a +10 to this, and then a D6.
oh god, you're terrible. Let's
That's
roll.
a 16, 26. I can add a D6 for shits and giggles. 27.
27. Goddamn skill monkey. Okay. You steal some fucking fuel. I'm going to say you steal one thing of fuel from each of them.
Okay.
Because stealing more would take time. But Arch, you sneaky evil motherfucker, you steal some fuel from the other ships.
I gotta do some rogue shit. I'm a businessman.
Could I like
almost all
roll
rogue.
like a passive like perceptive or something like roll just to notice if I notice him sneaking back on board with that?
Do you want to
give
beat
me
a
a-
27 stealth with perception?
Apparently, yeah, I don't think it's possible
Yeah, I don't think it's possible, but
At
out of
this level.
curiosity, no, I rolled a 2, and I'm not going to bother adding anything.
Okay, but anyway, we jump to the night where you're diving into the maelstrom. None of you know that Arch has committed a felony. And you're standing on your deck, and you all jump off, and you dive into the maelstrom. Where are we dropping, boys?
Where are we dropping,
Get
boys?
to decide. I don't have to.
Wherever AI Darth Vader is.
No,
Oh god, he's
away
gonna
from
call us
there,
killers.
or to kill him and delete him.
He's racist, unlike the normal Darth Vader.
I
Yeah.
rolled a 29 acrobatics as I jump off, and I'm just flipping and having fun in the air.
It's nice to have fun while you're doing
I rolled a 24 acrobatics.
Okay,
Oh,
so
we're
you're
rolling
like
acrobatics.
moving like
We're
fun.
falling with style.
Yes.
I'm assuming you're holding MMX. He will freak out. Are you bringing him?
Yes.
Are you bringing Cat?
Yes.
Because there is like bosses.
I
No,
I rolled a-
imagine I'm
shit.
not doing like insane stunts or anything like that, but
Okay,
like
Myrna also does some fucking insane stunts. Jasper and Atlas are just kind of
You absolutely have claw holes in your in your clothes and potentially on your person from how scared MMX is and him clinging onto you for like literal dear
I
life.
imagine that yeah, no, that makes sense. I guess before jumping, Callie probably would have went. Now, listen, MMX, hold on tight because this is going to
Okay,
be
but
interesting.
This
And
is
his
what's
tail
happening,
is like
though.
very tightly wrapped around your metal arm. I'm picking your metal arm that way he doesn't accidentally cut off blood supply to your real arm.
Yeah, fair enough.
This is currently what we're doing in general chat.
He's so scared.
what even is the fucking opening? You posted a clip of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. What even is the point? They're like doing charity skydiving in like their Power Rangers clothes. Like the same color.
Because
Side
it
note,
was
best fucking
it was the
best-
90s, early 2000, and it was just cool. It was radical as fuck.
I know, best joke they ever made in Power Rangers. In Dino Thunder, when Tommy becomes a Ranger again, when he becomes the Black Ranger, he's like, "Okay, now I need to go buy a bunch of black clothing to match."
I no the best one is the bad guys fighting the blue Power Ranger, and it's like
I'm Scottish.
yeah, it's like the pink one's a girl. The I list off like a bunch of ones. What are you supposed to be? And
That
he
is
goes,
the
I'm
leader.
Scottish.
Yeah,
And it was the
So
darkest
anyway.
fucking season.
yeah, it's the one with the apocalypse, kind of like this campaign. And anyway, as you dive off the side of the ship, feel the cold wind digging into your skin. It's so loud that you can't hear yourself think. First, you can't see anything, but then break through the outer shell, see what lies within the maelstrom. Chunks of earth float in the air, orbiting around the center of the storm. The chunks of land are covered in pieces of buildings, old bits of machinery. In the center of the maelstrom, you see a bright light. That, the heart of the storm, is your target. It is a cache of orichalcum, raw material that is processed to create aether, the fuel that keeps the floating cities flying. That is what you are being paid to bring back. As you take all of this in, parachute on your back automatically ejects. You float down gently, landing on one of the land masses. Welcome to the Maelstrom. Next time, you get to try and go through this place. Yay!
Hell
Why is there just fans?
Because
It's-
there's puzzle elements.
Yeah, we're on a Legend of Zelda Sky Island right now.
There
Sweet.
might be puzzle elements.
I don't believe you.
Anyway,
Every maelstrom is a
Oh,
dungeon.
I can't
pretty
wait
much.
to solve these puzzles.
Let's solve it like we did King's Labyrinth and abuse everything.
Nope.
I just think
typically,
a
I
little
stop-
guy with puzzles is awesome.
You beat that campaign by being an Asmir and flying over everything, but I banned flying races. You have to go through things the intended way.
We have a 20 strength barbarian and a small creature. We can throw me. Fuck your flying.
Anyway, that's next.
Anyone have
I
Mage
can
Hand?
climb.
Anyone have Mage Hand?
No, yeah, actually, Casey, the real way that we got through all of your stuff was Mage Hand. We had like
I
4
don't
Mage
think
Hands,
no
I
mage hand.
think.
Oh shit, Arch definitely has.
Okay. First dungeon. Is that a fucking
Woohoo!
power line? Why is there a power line?
Well, cuz.
There's a
Well, describe
TF2.
This is where the sky eels go to charge.
There are
There's
no
a TF2 rail switch right here.
Yes, there's you can't do the puzzle tonight. Don't look at the puzzle. I'm taking you away from the puzzle.
Okay, there's a
Screenshot.